Hey, it's Jim, the Grampian, and I'm back with you today with my trusty dog Magnum, my ever-present water bottle, and probably a little bit of a more serious, but still pretty darn cool story about the things that happen during the life of a Grampian. So, without further ado, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. Number one, go visit our website. You can either go to thegrampian.com or thejimtracy.com, and you can find out some more about what we're doing, how we're doing it, why we're doing it, and how we try to have chats with champions and make everybody's life just a little better. Um, anyway, the one that I'm talking to you about today has a picture associated with it you're going to see shortly on screen. And it's a picture of the fountain out in front of our house. And a fountain usually isn't a really big deal, but in today's story, it kind of takes center stage. So I named it Know the Flow. And here we go. People always used to say, just go with the flow. And I probably heard this more than my share of the time due to my kind of intense, rather focused nature. So, what does go with the flow mean to you? Well, I listened to a friend of mine's podcast. His name is Seth Bueckley, and he has a podcast called Business Done Right. And on one of these, he interviewed Dave Alpern. And Dave is the president of Joe Gibbs Racing. And go with the flow or fountain kind of got a new meaning. You can find Seth's podcast, this one in particular, on Business Done Right, anywhere you get your podcast. We'll link it. So, anyway, Dave Alpern helped me refocus my strategy when facing a particular week that I may not quite have been ready for. I took an idea out of both his book and his podcast. I decided to act like a positive force during a trade show when, in fact, I would frankly rather have been home. Dave provides the analogy to either be a drain or a fountain. A drain is a generally all negative pressure that draws energy away from a body of water. Sure, it may claim some of the dirt off the bottom, but in reality, that will only clog the pipe sooner or later. The other choice, of course, is to be a fountain. It's beautiful. It makes a lovely background noise. It aerates the water, creates health. Truthfully, I think that everyone pretty much enjoys a fountain. I know that I do. So I decided to correct my attitude and to try that week to be a fountain. Rather than to go with the flow, I chose to know the flow. Take the temperature in the room and be a positive force, whether I wanted to be there or not. Now, I encourage all of you listen to Seth's podcast and go get the book Taking the Lead by Dave Alpern. I'm certain you'll get a lift out of both Seth's podcast, Business Done Right, and the book Taking the Lead. You can find that at www.takingtheleadbook.com. Dave Alpern is a great guy. I hope you get as much out of it as I did, and thanks for joining us on the Grampian Vlog. Have a great day.